Now, after Ratan Tata's demise, there were a lot of questions over who will take forward his legacy. And as expected, it stays with the family, it remains in the family, as half-brother Noel Tata will take forward Ratan Tata's legacy. Noel Tata has been named as the Tata Empire's chairman, and the decision was also made unanimously by the entire board. Let's get you all the details of why Noel Tata was chosen.
Prominent among those present at Ratan Tata's funeral was this silver-haired gentleman. Noel Tata, half-brother of Ratan Tata, will now succeed him as chairperson of Tata Trusts, the philanthropic entities which control the massive Tata Empire. In a crucial meeting held Friday morning, a day after Ratan Tata's funeral, Noel Tata was nominated as the successor unanimously by the board of the trusts to fill the huge vacuum left by Ratan Tata's demise. Noel already was a trustee of the two major trusts, the Dorabji Tata Trust and the Sir Ratan Tata Trust, which together own 66% of Tata Sons, the holding company of the diversified Tata Group. Though the trusts have two vice-chairmen, former Defence Secretary Vijay Singh and TVS Motors Chairman Emeritus Venu Srinivasan, reports say the Parsi community wanted someone with the Tata surname as chairman of the trusts. Interestingly, being nominated as the Tata Trust chairman precludes Noel Tata from being the chairman of Tata Sons. Ratan Tata was the last to wear the two hats. In 2022, the board of Tata Sons passed a resolution to ensure the same person did not hold both the positions. So who is Noel Tata? The 67-year-old has been with the Tata Group for 40 years. He's currently the chairperson of Tata International, Voltas and Tata Investment, and the vice-chairman of Tata Steel and Titan. Noel's passion, however, has been Trent, which he has headed for more than 11 years. Under his leadership, Trent has grown into a 2.9 lakh crore rupee company over the past decade. Noel is the son of Simone Tata, the powerhouse behind the Lakme brand before it was sold to Hindustan Unilever in 1996. So how are Ratan Tata and Noel related? Ratan Tata was the son of Noel Harmozji Tata, who was himself adopted by Sir Ratan Tata in 1918. Noel Tata had two wives. The first one was Sunu Commissariat, the mother of Ratan and his younger brother Jimmy Noel Tata. The second wife is Simone Tata, who gave birth to Noel. Noel has three children with his wife Alu Mistry, Leah, Maya and Neville Tata. All the three children of Noel Tata are already involved with operations of the Tata Group. The three have also been brought on board as trustees of 5 trusts that are affiliates of the Sir Dorabji Tata Trust and Sir Ratan Tata Trust. Bureau Report, Business Today Television.
So all the while when there were questions about really who will succeed Ratan Tata, Noel Tata's name came up as a front-runner, and here's why he was the obvious choice. Here's why he was named. Several reasons that we break down for you. First is perhaps one of the most crucial, which is that the Parsi community repeatedly said that they wanted a family member. They wanted someone from the Tata family to be named as a successor to Ratan Tata's legacy. Also remember that Noel Tata has a lot of experience that he brings to the table, an experience of over 4 decades in the Tata Group, and a very successful one at that. His stint so far has also meant that he's turned around a lot of ventures for Tata Group successfully. He already holds several key positions in the group, so added to that now is also the Tata Trust chairman. Now, the other reason, of course, that he's been picked is because he comes with a whole lot of experience, as we told you. Tata International, several other companies in the Tata Group that were under his wing saw huge growth under Noel Tata. A safe choice, essentially, because it's also ensured that the markets don't react sharply. This was the expected move, and the board has decided to stick to Noel Tata. I want to bring in Siddharth Zarabi, our managing editor of Business Today TV, for more on this. Siddharth, good evening. Noel Tata, of course, has big shoes to fill, but he was, in a sense, an obvious choice, a safe choice too.
Well, let's first start and explain to our viewers what has been done. Noel Tata, who already was a trustee in the Tata Trust, and this is nothing to do, today's appointment as chairman of Tata Trust of Mr. Noel Tata has nothing to do with any changes of Tata Sons or any other operating company in the Tata conglomerate. Let's be very, very clear about it. This is not a change to any of the Tata Son entities, that massive empire that spreads across India and all over the world. There are Tata Trusts, which do all the philanthropic and charitable work of the Tata Group. They in turn own nearly 66% of Tata Sons. So the trusts, around 5 of them, have a majority stakeholding of Tata Sons, which is the holding company of all the group entities. And Mr. Noel Tata's appointment there has happened pretty much on the second day, like you said. So there is continuity for the job that Mr. Ratan Tata was doing. Remember, Mr. Ratan Tata had stepped down from his operational role as chairman way back in 2012 from Tata Sons. And for the last so many years, he was in charge of the trusts, which are the philanthropic arm, so to say, of the Tata Empire. And that's where Mr. Noel Tata's designation as chairman has happened. The trustees met twice today. First was a condolence meeting for Mr. Ratan Tata, and then this procedural requirement. And what, in his first very short remarks that Mr. Noel Tata has issued, he's basically focused on carrying forward the legacy of Mr. Tata and the charitable work that the Tata Trusts are known for.
You know, everyone's going to be talking, Siddharth, about how really he carries forward Ratan Tata's legacy. But if you were to really compare how Noel Tata has, worked in the last many decades in the Tata Group itself, how really would you, talk about it? What are the highs that he's seen in the many decades that he's been in the Tata Group, Siddharth?
Akshita, that's a good point, because equally, while today's development is restricted to Tata Trusts, you're right, he has active positions and he's the chairman of several Tata Group operating companies. Now, what does that mean? Mr. Noel Tata, on one hand, oversees the functioning of companies that are spread across diverse business areas, and his experience now, 4 decades plus, has really given him a deep understanding of how Tata Group companies work. The Tata Trusts get their money from their shareholding in the form of dividends. And now think of this. The philanthropic activities that have been done by the Tata Group aren't a recent thing. They are not something that Mr. Ratan Tata started. He, in fact, built on what the founder of the group almost 150 years ago had decided to do. And the core business that Jamshedji Tata had envisioned and set up, he kept expanding on it. For example, the setting up of a hotel, or that's not for philanthropy, that was for a different purpose, but Indian Institute of Science, or many of the healthcare, education, social initiatives. Mr. Ratan Tata took it forward, he scaled it up, and he was someone who had an exceptionally generous heart and an open way of listening to people's concerns. So he sort of added a special touch to what the Tatas have been known for doing for almost 15 decades now.
Okay, Siddharth, I'm going to request you to stay with me. You did touch upon this, but I just want to break it down further for our viewers of exactly what this means for Noel Tata. What does Noel Tata now get becoming the chairman of Tata Trust? As part of Tata Trust, it means a 66% stake in Tata Sons. The governance of the 30 lakh crore Tata Group empire also is now with Noel Tata. Besides that, let's talk also about the family tree. I'll quickly run you through that because there are several questions about really what we mean by half-brother to Ratan Tata. So we'll just quickly explain that for you as well. Of course, it starts off with the legend Jamshedji Tata. Then, of course, he had two sons, Sir Dorab Tata and Sir Ratan Tata. Then Noel Tata also came in. The adopted son of Sir Ratan Tata was Noel Tata. And then you had several other names also. But important here to highlight the relationship between Ratan Tata and Noel Tata. Ratan Tata, of course, had in fact another brother. But the reason that Noel Tata is his half-brother is because he was Ratan Tata's mother and father after they got divorced. his mother got married again and then had Noel Tata. So that is really their relationship. They've grown up together, of course. They are half brothers, and he's been also with the Tata legacy, as Siddharth told you, for the last many, many decades. Everyone's also been talking, Siddharth, about how 12 years ago Noel Tata kind of missed out, whereas now it's happening for him.
Well, that's also part of Tata folklore. Close-knit Zoroastrian Parsi community and very private individuals, frankly, and not flashy. While a lot of attention focuses on Mr. Ratan Tata's simple lifestyle, I would go to the extent of arguing that most other members who carry the surname, the storied surname of Tata, who belong to this family, and by the way, there are other Tatas who are not connected at all in any way to this dynasty of Jamshedji Tata. They're also very, very simple people, and the family has stayed together. We've seen visuals of Mr. Jimmy Tata, who sort of always remained in the shadows, never went ahead as far as business is concerned. But Mr. Ratan Tata, in the manner in which he got back the control and the shareholding, there are battles that played out 30 years ago. At that point of time, and even before that and after that, many of the group companies were run by satraps who were not Tatas, who had built those companies. They almost were like employee entrepreneurs, and the shareholding of the Tatas had gone down, in some cases just 20%. So he spent the first few years, or rather a bulk, maybe 1/3 of his initial time, only re-establishing control, getting those satraps out, and then picking up the legacy of Mr. Jamshedji Tata. So I would say, and that graphic that we just played out, viewers, for you, if we can do that again, Akshita, I would just like our viewers to focus on that last face, that gently bearded face of Noel Tata. And we have those stories up on Business Today since yesterday, and I would urge our viewers to go and check them out. Keep an eye out for Noel Tata, not now, not maybe in the immediate term, but over the next few years, or maybe medium term, frankly, because while Mr. Noel Tata, and there can be speculation about what will happen, could there be a possibility that after Mr. N. Chandrasekharan, who is the chairman of Tata Sons, could Noel Tata have a more direct operational role? There are several regulations and sort of tricky things that we need to find answers for that, so I won't speculate here. But look at that face, Noel Tata, and if you're wanting to know the long-term future of the Tata surname and that legacy in actual business operation terms being carried forward, we believe that this is one person that we all need to keep our eyes out for.
Look, this time they've clearly kept it within the family. The legacy remains with the family. But also just a quick follow-up to you, Siddharth, which is that, you know, Ratan Tata and Noel Tata, they share the same last name. But beyond that, in the way they function, in the way they work, in the way they led their respective companies or the group per se, how different or similar really was their way of functioning?
Well, Mr. Ratan Tata was very, very unique in the manner in which he conducted himself. But more importantly, many businessmen and storied businessmen from India's history, and remember, Tata Trust, just for example, is India's oldest philanthropic institution set up with a formal structure. But it is not as if philanthropy and donations didn't happen. They have happened for hundreds of years. There are so many business families who even don't tell people the kind of philanthropy that they do. But coming to your point, when Mr. Ratan Tata became chairman of Tata Sons in 1991, go back and look at the arc of India's economy, India's politics, and what a pivotal time 1991 and the years immediately afterwards was. As India opened up, as we liberalized, as we moved away from the license Raj shackles that had been put on Indian industry, the quota system, and all of that which made this Mai Baap Sarkar strangled individual aspirations, corporate aspirations, very high tax rates. As India moved away from that, so did Mr. Ratan Tata move that empire of sorts and made it more contemporary, more modern. And one final point, he instinctively responded to people's needs, just as Mr. Jamshedji Tata had. The founding of the beautiful hotel empire of Indian hotels, including that iconic property in Mumbai, which these Pakistani terrorists found nothing else but to attack that, because that symbolizes Indian hospitality and luxury. He took it forward. The Nano or the Indica car, one of the best designed cars at that point of time, these were his way of giving back to society. He took India Inc. overseas. Some succeeded, some did spectacularly well, and some did not.
There's a cartoon that's been going viral since the passing of Ratan Tata. I'm not sure if you've seen it, Siddharth, but it's a beautiful one of, Jamshedji Tata in the heavens, surrounded by several of their furry companions, patting Ratan Tata in the back and saying, way to go, you've made me so proud. I thought it was a beautiful, beautiful cartoon that celebrates the legacy of the Tatas. Thank you very much, Siddharth, for joining us on this broadcast. Now, while we talk about the legacy of Ratan Tata, remember that while today you've got answers with regards to who's the successor of Ratan Tata's legacy, his legacy is so far-reaching that it took quite a few reports from us, in-depth reports, to actually sum it up. One aspect of it is also Ratan Tata's influence in India's business world, from guiding startups, massively so by the way, to global success, to also sharing invaluable advice and insights with startup founders. Tata became a beacon for innovation, and here's how, particularly for small Indian startups. Ratan Tata hung up his boots as the chairman of Tata Sons in 2012. Exactly 50 years after he walked in as an intern into the offices of National Radio and Electronics Company Limited at Andheri in Mumbai. But his life since then has been anything but idle. The last 12 years saw him emerge as an angel investor, blazing a path of success as a startup investor. Tata had over the years invested in several successful startups. As he famously said, "I view these investments as a learning experience." Ola, the company which started off as a cab aggregator, then became India's largest e-scooter manufacturer. Paytm, India's largest e-payments app with a presence in every nook and corner of the country. Snapdeal, one of India's earliest e-commerce success stories, all received a financial nudge from Ratan Tata. As chairman emeritus of Tata Sons, the 86-year-old oversaw a corporate empire spanning over 150 countries. The group valuation as in August was around 34 lakh crore rupees. But Ratan Tata himself never entered any billionaires list. He did, however, ensure a bunch of others did. Among the other big startups Tata invested in are big brands like Lenskart, an internet-first eyewear brand, Urban Company, an app-based platform for household services, Car Deco, a company offering research and trading in cars, First Cry, an online retailer of baby products, Moglix, a B2B marketplace of industrial goods, Upstocks, an online equity trading platform, Traxon, an intelligence platform for market data, CureFit, online platform for fitness and wellness services, Zivame, an internet-first brand for women's apparel, Ampere Motors, a manufacturer of electric vehicles. These were only among the more than 40 startups catalyzed by Ratan Tata. And it wasn't just financial help that he offered. The founders got a large helping of his deep market and industrial insights as well. Bureau Report, Business Today TV.